Manchester United 2, Rangers 0, and what was a very good performance from Manchester United, particularly in the first half with control, chances created, good patterns of play. We saw a few tactical adaptations of how Ten Hag was using in the midfield, with Collyer dropping deep to offer Casemiro support. We saw Onana coming into the back line and build up, Leny Yoro getting forward. There was a lot of positives. And in today's video, we're going to break down 5 things we learned from Manchester United 2, Rangers 0, with a particular focus on the first half, just because they're going to be the players that are going to likely be involved in next season. We're going to talk about Leny Yoro, Diallo, Toby Collyer, Mason Mount, Jadon Sancho, a few of worries, few of the negatives, and what Ten Hag's plan is looking like going forward. Who's likely to be starting under Ten Hag, and while, Leny Yoro was already having a very good impact, and we're already starting to see what he could bring. So let's talk about Leny Yoro. Let's talk about him. He's the debutant. I think that's the first thing we've got to talk about. He had a very good first half. 44 out of 48 successful passes, 51 touches, 3 passes into final third, 2 recoveries, 100% duels and tackles won. Rivals were there trying to make fair comps of Leny Yoro, but if you watched him play, he had a very, very good game. And, his pass success, he misplaced 4 passes in the first half, people were saying, because he was playing long, risky passes to make things happen. And his passing was very good. He was very comfortable and controlled on the ball. He was playing the ball into the final third. I mean, this recovery tackle from Leny Yoro, his long legs, his ability to get back and defend against the transition, his pace and athleticism may actually partner Martin as well. We need someone that's a good dual winner, someone that's good in the air to partner Martinez. But when you see Leny Yoro's pace, his athleticism, his ability to get back, his comfortability on the ball, his box defending, he looks like he could be a really good partner for Lisandro Martinez. So I think Leny Yoro showed absolute class. I'll definitely do a video on him later today or maybe tomorrow about what he'll bring to Manchester United and why he was so impressive. But you can just see here in regards to Leny Yoro, he showed great athleticism. His long legs helped him get back, defend large spaces, areas of the transition. He's got those long legs, he's got that frame, he's got that body, he's got those biomechanics where he's quick, he's pacey, he's eager to get back. Man United conceded the most shots in the league last season. We were very open, and to have a player that's very comfortable at getting back and can cover large space and can get back and stop transitions, stop opportunities, great. Those large sticks tackling was absolutely good. His reading of the game was really, really good. He really helped, stop Rangers get opportunities on the transition. He felt very comfortable in defending wide areas. His pace, his athleticism will really help the athletic floor of United. I said one of United's biggest problems last season was we lacked technically and athletically. Midfield lacked the legs. Eriksen had the technical ability, but didn't have the legs. Kobbie Mainoo had the technical ability, and he has decent legs, but he doesn't have, the legs of the Toby Collyer or the legs of a Leny Yoro, which is, I think, why a lot of people wanted us to bring in Amadou Onana. But then we also lacked, technically in certain positions like midfield. Lindelof's not technical. Varane, good player, but he's not technical. I like Rashford, but he's not technical. And I think Leny Yoro is someone that's going to improve the athletic and technical flooring of United, which is what we need. I think he made some brilliant tackles to stop Rangers transition, but I also thought he was very good at passing. The diagonal switch he played to the left back was very, very good. Switching plays with ease, like really early on the game, made it look easy. His long passing was a lot better than expecting. His passing was a lot better than expected. He played that nice chip over the top to Ethan Wheatley, who controlled it well, played in, I think it was Sancho, and then almost scored a good goal, Ethan Wheatley. But he was able to pass through the lines. He was already helping United in build-up. I thought United were moving the ball a lot better out of the first phase, and he was breaking the lines, and I thought he was really improving Man United's general play and possession and switching the play, pinging it over. And I think another thing I noticed about Leny Yoro is he looked very solid. He looked very vocal. He also brought the mentality. I always say to be a top player, you need the physical attributes to play in the Premier League. And a lot of people forget that Ligue 1, while it isn't the best league in the world, it's a very physical league. And he's got the physical attributes. He has the technical attributes to become a top player. But then it's the mental side of going to a big club. And I thought mentally he looks very strong. He looked very confident. He was very vocal at the back line despite only just arriving at Manchester United. And he looks like a real good player. But he wasn't my man of the match. My man of the match was indeed Amad Diallo. Now, Amad Diallo in the first half versus Rangers had 2 shots. He scored a goal, 86% passing accuracy, 25 out of 29 passes completed, and 3 chances created. And I think one of them was a big chance because Jadon Sancho really should have scored at the end of the first half. I think Amad Diallo will be a starter. I think when Amad plays, we look better. And the reason I think we look better is because Amad Diallo is a different profile to what we have. I like Garnacho. I like Rashford. They're direct runners, and I think they're great players. And I think they're going to work really well with Xerxes. But what Amad Diallo does is he's a player that's likes to come inside and get into the half space, and it isn't just about pace and taking people on. He's very good with his intricate play, his link up, his quick 1-2s, and I think the technical security of Amad Diallo and the intelligence of him makes us a better team. His ball retention is very good. He keeps the ball. I think he's bulked up a little bit. He can get the ball in tight spaces. He can compete the ball with ease, manipulate his way through, but his ability to break down low blocks and, sort of make those pass and movement and intelligent, intricate play on and off the ball really helped us break Rangers down. He was a big threat in the right half space, and he could come inside really well, and he was creating space for opponents, creating space for himself with his ball manipulation. As well as that, you've got a player that obviously presses and he works hard. He was helping out defensively, but Ethan Wheatley had chances today. I think Ethan Wheatley's all-round play was all right. I just think he probably could have put one of his chances away. Ethan Wheatley had chances today because Amad was creating, and that's something we didn't give Hoyland last season. He set it up for a play at Sancho on the end as well. He makes United a better side, and with Amad Diallo, he's really good on the ball. He makes things happen, but he's got output. He scored a goal today. He could have got an assist today. Amad Diallo, in the 2 starts he's got for United, Amad Diallo got more goals and assists than Anthony last season, despite starting 2 games for us. That's actually mad. He has output. He makes the team better. He makes the players around him better. He links with the players well. He drives the players with good confidence. We need to keep Amad Diallo. I think it's going to be a big season for him. I think Ten Hag's woken up to the idea that he is better than Anthony, he is better than Sancho. I think Amad's going to get minutes. I think he makes us better. He reminds me of Saka, but a bit more technical. He's got that confidence to drive at players. Whenever he got the ball, he made things happen. He was taking on players, getting down the byline, making things happen, dropping into dangerous spaces. And he's an intelligent player. And I love Garnacho and I love Rashford. I think they're great players. And I know a lot of you disagree with me for saying that. But Amad Diallo's decision-making is a lot better than Garnacho's, it's a lot better than Rashford's. He's almost got that IQ, and I think he made it so difficult for Rangers, and I generally think Amad could be starting on the right wing for us next season. And another player that I wouldn't have said a month ago would be starting for us, but I said I know he's highly rated by Ten Hag, is Toby Collyer. Generally, maybe call me crazy because there's only 2 pre-season games, but I'd actually rather him start than Casemiro right now. I think he's so suited to Kobbie Mainoo because of what he does out of possession. We know how good Kobbie Mainoo is in possession, but Kobbie Mainoo needs someone that can cover the ground at possession, cover the ground, which is Kobbie's biggest weakness, to allow him to thrive. And I generally think the 20-year-old Kobbie Mainoo, Toby Collyer, could be that guy. He looked better than Casemiro again. His out-of-possession work was so impressive. His ability to cover large spaces, defend transitions did not go unnoticed, especially as, that was a weakness last season. Our biggest weakness last season was the open space in midfield, how teams could run for us and get off a shot. Our defenders had quite a good season, like Rafael Varane, Johnny Evans, Maguire. They weren't bad, but we were conceding a lot of shots through midfield problems. We were so open. Our rest defense was poor. And this guy's ability to cover space and defend against transitions could really help that. He's athletically better than all the players we have, which gives him a huge advantage because athleticism has been our biggest issue in midfield with Casemiro, who looks like he's running with bricks in his pocket, and Eriksen's legs sort of going. But also with Toby Collyer, he's not known for necessarily his technical ability, but his retention on the ball was nice. He likes to get the ball. He likes to get involved in play. He likes to make the game tick. When he gets the ball, he plays it quickly. He moves the ball quickly. He likes to drop deep, get on the ball, make that movement. His retention and ability to receive the ball or angles was good. He's comfortable on the ball. He's very two-fitted, and he has the attributes to complement Mainoo really well in midfield. I'm almost excited for pre-season to see him, Mainoo, Bruno, midfield 3. I think Mount also could break into the midfield. He played in a more advanced role. He was good, but Toby Collyer's a security he brought in possession, how comfortable it was under pressure, and I think he's got those long legs that Adam Wharton has that's kind of sought after in the Premier League now. Archie Gray as well, where he's that mobile, silky player that can cover space in transition and had the elements of Declan Rice, and I think his energy and ability to move the ball was really beneficial to United. 2 other players that impressed me was Mason Mount and Sancho. They grew into the game, they showed glimpses. I thought Sancho looked fit, he looked up for it. I thought his movement was really good. I think he made some good 1-2 passes, good intricate play. Sometimes, I wish he could just take on his man a bit more, but his passing and movement was good. And I think if Sancho had technical, intelligent players around him, I think he would really grow as a player and develop and look like the Dortmund Sancho. I just don't know if he's quite suited to what we're doing now, but I thought Sancho had a good game. His ability to pass and move and link up with players was really good. Him and Mount linked up well, and I thought Mount had a very good game. He grew into it. He started quietly, but he grew into the game. And what I noticed about Mount is a lot of the stuff he does best is out of possession, so maybe it's not always noticed, but he was very unselfish. His off the ball movements was good. He obviously got the assist for Amad, but he also made a run to drag a defender away from Amad, which created space to allow Amad to get off the shot that helped. And I think Mount's ability to carry the ball and cover ground, it was really good. Again, I think the athleticism in the midfield was a lot better because of Mount and Toby Collyer covering the ground, but also Mount does really help United in the second phase, making those underlapping runs, ability to create space. I thought he had a good game. I thought Sancho was bright. I don't think really anyone had a bad game, but I would say the biggest worry was Casemiro sliding to ground position and giving the ball away. He did actually make 1 or 2 good passes, but he's running like he's got bricks in his pocket. His legs have gone, and I think we need to sell Casemiro. Like, I like Casemiro; he was unbelievable in his first season, but I'm having doubts. This is 2 poor preseason games. I know he's like Wayne Rooney; he takes a little bit of time to get going, but he looked struggling. He looked out of place. He again was one of the players that was one of the weakest positions on the pitch. And I don't know if it's because Ten Hag's adapted his tactics and he's demanding more from Casemiro, but he had Collyer partnering him, covering a lot of ground. And I don't know, I'm just a bit concerned. Let me know your thoughts. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching. Bye.